Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And today we have the Duel Trial Skull Invitation 3, where each person starts with 3 copies of Skull Invitation. Now, Skull Invitation, obviously, it does 300 damage to any player when a card is sent to their graveyard. And with 6 of them on the field, like yours activate when you lose a card and your opponents activate. So you're losing 1800 life whenever a card goes to the graveyard, right? So today I built a deck that I just kind of thought would be able to dominate other decks, and hopefully this actually works. We're just playing Kewl Tune, but with a few classic event cards that you've probably seen before. We're playing Leonidas and we're playing Hane Wata. So these are just going to make it so you can't take effect damage. Leonidas, same thing. You can't take effect damage. Or you can actually scale him as a pendulum card, and then you can destroy him if you're going to take effect damage. And then any effect damage you take, you increase your life points by that amount instead. So kind of my idea was, if we go first with Leonidas, we just scale him and we gain so much HP on our turn that then the next turn we can kind of just freely throw things in the graveyard and it should be fine. We took out the cards that don't work in this event, like Imperm and like Fua. Those obviously aren't going to work in this event because they're not really going to be activatable, so I took those out. Some funny cards are Nibiru. If your opponent happens to get 5 monsters on the field and you Nibiru them, they will lose. They will burn to death to the Skull Invitations because 1800 times 5 is 9,000 damage. So they will instantly lose if that happens. Will it happen? Probably not, but it would be funny if it did, because it's likely that they'll have like a negate before then. So you probably will have to Nibiru earlier. Nibiru is probably something that I would take out, but I think it's going to be funny if it happens. Ghost Ogre, also potentially funny, because if they summon something and then you blow it up, then you take damage for the Ghost Ogre going to the grave, but they also take damage for it. And then just kind of trying to take advantage of the fact that we start with 3 free cards on the field. I was like, oh, I'll just use my 1-of Droplet, because like imagine that our opponent makes a pretty good field. We could just immediately drop all the Skull Invitations and negate 3 things with Droplet, right? And we could even like toss a monster in there as well. Now, granted, we'll be taking a lot of damage to their Skull Invitations unless we have a way to stop that. Other than that, it's pretty much just generic Kewl Tune. Maybe we don't need the Droll and Lockbird, but I figure if we're going to run into anything annoying, it's probably going to be someone doing some crazy combo that gets completely stopped by Droll and Lockbird, so I decided to keep it. It's not a perfect deck, but I'm hoping that with 6 cards that just prevent us from taking effect damage, it'll be enough. I'm not so sure if we only start with this guy, what's going to happen, because I'm pretty sure like our combo just kills us if we don't have a way to prevent damage. So we'll either have to play like super minimally and then try and abuse our opponent on their turn, or like, I'm not sure. But the reason that I thought this deck would be pretty good is obviously it's a top tier deck, but also it destroys a lot of stuff, right? We got Rekko Destroy, we got Mix Destroy, we got Ogre Destroy, we got Loudness War can destroy something, we got Zaylin can destroy something. That's kind of it. But that's quite a few destroys, right? If we get a lot of destroys off, or our opponent is even forced to send things to the graveyard on their own because like they activated a spell card and the spell card goes to the graveyard, I think there's pretty likely that we will be able to kill them on their turn. But we'll see. Maybe this is the completely wrong idea. I feel like it's probably good enough, even if it's not perfect though, so let's get into it. I know there's obviously a lot more text that we could be using. Like, I think there's a rank 5 or a rank 6 that just gains you life points instead. But also, if we could keep Leonidas on the field, which might be a little bit tough, but if we could keep Leonidas, that would also stop us from taking effect damage. The problem is our deck... What are we gonna do here? Our deck locks us out of, like, summoning Leonidas very easily. I think we just go Q immediately. This is gonna be a little bit annoying that all of these have to trigger individually. I don't know what our opponent is doing. So yeah, the issue here is I don't have an inherent way in the extra deck. Maybe I should have thought this through a little bit more. But I just figured that running 6 cards that would stop us from taking effect damage would just hopefully be good enough. But it's looking like that's not going to be the case, huh? We have quite a few hand traps. Like, we can't do a full play, right? So do I want to do something else? Maybe I should just heavily play into Droll. I think we should play super greedy. But I could also grab this. And then bring it back to my hand for our opponent's turn. That was another thought that I had, but I'm now realizing that that's not super efficient. I think we die if we do that. So let's not do that. I guess that's another funny idea. We could just make Loudness War and then, like, sit on it. Yeah, but we probably don't want that unless we actually have other stuff. Yeah, I'm realizing that if we don't actually draw one of those damage prevention things, this is kind of obnoxious. Yeah, this was actually a really bad idea. Oh, wow, amazing. Well, we don't want him to have that. He has everything. I think we just lose. I'm pretty sure we just have no chance, huh? Because we can't prevent any damage. I wonder if I'm thinking about this all wrong. Does Kewl Tune have a way to inherently make something that can prevent damage? Or maybe, like, this is just an unlucky duel, right? Like, maybe I just shouldn't worry about it. Like, most duels we're probably gonna get one of the cards that actually would work here. But now I just, like, die if I summon anything else, right? I guess I had to maybe... But there's no way I can make Remix after summoning the Hanewata and to get it back on their turn effectively. I think you just take slightly too much damage that this idea doesn't work. So what else should I be doing? I need to set up like something meaningful with no... If we have no way to prevent damage, I need to be able to set up something meaningful, right? I think Leonidas is just going to solo us. Unless I get my own Leonidas? I think we're just going to lose this one. Should I just ogre that? Probably not. I don't have like a good way to deal with the Leonidas, right? I think I should just exit. We just gotta wait until we actually get a card that prevents damage. Like, we got a lot of them. Like, obviously our opponent was relying on the exact same thing that we were, right? Like, he had the Hanewata and he had the Leonidas. If he doesn't have those, then he loses, just like we do. So I don't know. Like, I don't think that my strategy was wrong. I just got way less lucky. This guy's going second. Is he, like, relying on people to kill themselves? Because that seems like it might be something that happens in this event. Okay, here we got Leonidas, though. Okay, so this was my, like, primary idea. Because the thing about Q is Q locks you out of special summoning anything that's not a tuner, right? So Leonidas wouldn't be able to summon himself, which is why you gotta scale him. What the heck is this guy? Affects this turn instead. That's interesting. So this guy's like actually playing the event, whereas I'm just kind of doing random stuff. It sucks that these all activate at separate times, so Leonidas doesn't work as well. I don't want him to have that, right? Mikanko. We don't really have access to an Ash anymore, which is a problem. So now we can hopefully gain a whole bunch of life points. So we gave him Raigeki. I don't really want to use Remix on their turn, but maybe I do. Do I want to pop stuff? Probably, because I'm going to take a lot of damage on their turn if I don't. And also, I should gain the life points, right? Because I would take damage for him this turn because of his effect. So I should gain it instead. Alright, is there anything more we want to do? We could make back-to-back, but that's probably not the play right now. That does suck a little bit. There's no good way to do this. I think I didn't think this turn through completely. Could make back-to-back instead. But back-to-back's just gonna get blown up. I maybe did need to go remix just so I could get the clip. Because now I'm gonna run into the problem that I don't have a quick effect to activate to stop both the pre-prep. was that exactly? I think we want to stop that, right? And we're going to negate the Makonko anyways. We'll do this. Wait, why couldn't I Zaylin? What? Do I have like a weird setting on? Why couldn't I Zaylin there? Can that card like not be negated or something? I just got like cheesed to death for some weird reason. Was this it? I think maybe it was that. Yeah, we would have been perfectly fine, right? I don't think he could have done anything if it actually let me Zaylin. I'm confused. Was that self-chain thing? Because I feel like I've been having that situation a lot where sometimes just in the middle of a chain, it won't ask me to continue the chain for some reason. So maybe... The problem is because I have a new computer, I don't remember what that setting is supposed to be. Because it doesn't save your settings. I don't know if that's what the problem is or not. But I've had that happen quite a few times where it just like didn't let me activate something when I thought I should be able to activate it. Okay, once again, we don't have any useful cards. I feel like that last one should have been a win, but the game kind of screwed me, unless I'm just missing something of why Zaylin couldn't negate that. Is there any other setting? Like, I don't know what this means, right? This is so vague. Oh, is this just like a guy running OTK with Needlebug Nest or whatever? We just need to draw like one of our cards that prevents effect damage, and I think we win. That's not it, so I think we lose then. Yeah, we probably just die to these stupid effects. Because we take double damage from that. I don't think we can win this one either. Because we can't add this to our hand during this turn. And I won't ever be able to make Remix. I feel like I just have to make a big monster and try and beat him down. Yeah, really, like, this deck needs to draw, like, 2 of those cards that stop you from taking damage. And if we do that, then we literally can't lose. Do I target this? Like, I'm not gonna summon anymore, right? Like, is he dead here? The only reason I kind of wanted to target this was because I didn't know what this was. Okay, we have lethal. See, that's kind of what I was hoping would happen. If we could just, like, make an RS without killing ourselves, then we should be able to win. So I'm kind of wondering if, like, instead of using Leonidas on my turn, I should just be using it on their turn. Like here, I should maybe just use this guy on their turn. Ooh, I wonder if I should have summoned Mix there instead so I could have Q, but then I just have like a whole bunch of bodies on the field for no real reason. This guy. Yeah, that's actually going to be a problem because he has way too much attack. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a concern at all. But we could pop him, right? We could just pop him with Mix. So can I make both? The problem is I'm a little bit scared if he has like a quick effect to make me take damage. Before, like, that he can chain to this. Because otherwise I want to make Remix, right? I can't really efficiently make them both, though, so I think I just gotta make RS and call it good. So we need to make sure this guy goes. Oh, I should have done that in the other order. I forgot. He would take more damage if I did it the other order. But I really didn't want the Mix to get negated, so I kind of protected it, even though he probably didn't have anything anyways. I think it's probably not a good idea to make any more here, even though I could. We have Clip, right? Yeah, because I could do a whole bunch of stuff on their turn. Maybe-ish. Not as much because we can't go through all of our plays. Maybe I should have gone for a Synchro. I don't know what the best way to deal with this is. I think I make Loudness War. This is a tough situation. Do I maybe make back-to-back here? Oh, right. Back-to-back requires synchros as the other part. I can't make that. I could use Rotary Clip and Recco, though. I think we're one activation away from being able to kill them here, right? Wait, you could just attack directly? I didn't realize that. I didn't read everything that this guy did. That's real? Oh my goodness. That's so unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think our deck is very good for this. Especially when we just don't get effect damage negators. He also got incredibly lucky there, though. So that was kind of unfortunate. That he just had the fusion spell in hand. He didn't search it, right? I don't think he searched it. Maybe he did. Really thinking we gotta start searching this. I don't know if Leonidas needs to be activated first or not. It might all just be in the same window, so it might not matter. Well, we can't really have him using that. I don't really want him to have Leonidas too badly, but... Yeah, I think Leonidas will be a problem because it's too easy for him to just summon it onto the field just by playing anything, right? Do I even want to pop one of these? So I'll gain less life points if I do. The real question is, should I use the bell to make Zaylin here? Or should I make back-to-back so I can look at his hand? Like, I want the Rekko on the field for sure. I think we're going to do this as awkward as it seems. I just don't think there's going to be like a great situation to use Bell on their turn, maybe? Plus we get a whole bunch of life points out of this. And then I guess I can return one of these at the end? Should I? Well, it's too late now. Or I could make back-to-back right now out of this and then bring back Zaylin. So I gain a lot more life points. Pop another one of these. Wait, did that effect work for our opponent? Oh yeah, okay, well that was not the greatest move ever, but that's okay. I think I shouldn't have messed with these, probably. I should have just left them all in the field. There's no way for me to deal with that, so I should probably just wait. Or, like, I could deal with it, but it wouldn't stop it from searching, right? What is this? I could also add the Hanewata with back-to-back, but I think I probably rather would do other stuff. Yeah, I really wish I hadn't messed with these because I think I would have enough activations to actually just kill him if they were all still on the field. I also didn't realize that Leonidas made it so both players don't take damage. If he wants to activate here, obviously he just gets negated. The heck is this? Okay, so he's just doing stuff like that, huh? Do I want to negate that? I think I'm gonna let him do that. I want this to my hand. And then this on the field. I could just allow that. Our opponent does have something to block Zaylin here. Should be kind of unfortunate. I don't know, he just had all the Kashtira's that special summon themselves quickly, right? Kind of unfortunate. This guy's still negated. I don't have anything else activatable, but I'm kind of hoping that he can't do that much with his levels being messed up and such. Didn't really lose anything of value there. Dang, he had all of the Kashtiras that could special summon while you have something on the field. That's crazy. That should essentially never happen. Because these are probably, like, Tier Cash and Scareclaw Cash are probably one-ofs. Now he gets to attack over Zaylin, which sucks for us. But I think we probably just win on our turn if he can't do a whole lot here. Does he get to deal with the RS now? That's so unlucky. Oh, there's Nibiru. Nibiru probably would have... Well, I guess it wouldn't have killed him, but it would have won us the game a lot easier if we had it. Alright, this is not going that well, but, you know, we're kind of, like, doing average at the moment. Would we rather go second? I'm scared of what people are gonna do if they get to go first, though, right? Well, I guess this was bound to happen eventually. We just don't have anything. Well, there's rotary, so we got something now. The real question is, do I summon Leonidas instead? Or do I use this? What is this? Okay, that's kind of obnoxious because I can't. Because that was a counter trap, so I couldn't activate in response to that. I was kind of hoping that anything they do, I'd just be able to, like, activate in response. But at least I get Leonidas out now. This is battle damage as well, right? Yes, yes it is. So that means do not attack. That's so obnoxious. He still gets it from the rainbow life as well. I just want to make sure, like, this is... Ooh, I see. That's tough to deal with. With the stall cards, that's actually really annoying to deal with. We haven't used you yet. So what do we even do? Everything's gonna get Kurikara. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. Except maybe just get more bodies onto the field. I think we want multiple recos anyways. Alright, well, we're gonna have to pass. And then I think for their turn, because they're definitely going to start kaijuing us, right? We got to do this first, and then we got to follow it up with Max C. Because to be fair, I think they're going to kaiju Leonidas, right? So I guess I didn't have to do that one first because you could assume that they weren't gonna get rid of Leonidas right then, but yeah, they're obviously getting rid of Leonidas. That makes sense. Now, if we don't do anything, like I don't have to clip, then we can't get Kurikara. I think I just let him do whatever, honestly. Because if I don't activate RS, I just don't think I want to risk it. I don't know what his other card is. I was gonna say I could like make RS, and then as long as I don't activate it, I don't want to do that. We do have to be careful now because we have nothing to prevent us from taking damage anymore. If we just make like a quick RS here. I don't know what his new card in hand is. I guess we'll see if it's activatable now or not. Doesn't seem like it, but I guess I get to trigger these first and then we'll figure it out. Let's do this first. Pop one of those. And this. Pop this guy. Okay, is it activatable? Doesn't look like it. So I think that should just be an easy win. Alright, we got him with his own kaiju. Wait, hold on. Was I being stupid? What did he have in hand? Do we know that the card he drew was another one of these kaijus, right? I was just being dumb the whole time? The other card was like that giant kaiju killing device, right? Because we knew he had Kurikara, and we knew he had the Kaiju Destroyer or whatever the heck it is. I wonder if we can look at his deck. So I think he actually drew a second of the Kaiju that we already knew about, and I was just being stupid the whole time. He had this guy. Oh, the Anti-Kaiju War Machine Mecha Dogeron. Of course. How could I forget that very memorable name? How does this thing get attack? Equipped to it? Oh, I guess he didn't have a way to get kaiju counters? Does he even have a way to get kaiju counters? Why are you playing this if you don't have a way to get kaiju counters? Don't they need the field spell? Am I missing something about kaijus? I thought they need the field spell to get kaiju counters. So this guy's just playing like a really weird stall deck. This was interesting though, because even though you discard a card and take damage for it, you get all that life back when the rainbow life hits the graveyard. And then they can't attack. But anyways, that's going to do it for the event for now. We'll be back on Wednesday with some more ranked, but that's going to do it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.